What's up, squad? This is Archer, and this is my good buddy Arrow, and this is where we like to play games, tell you what we think about them, and just make fun of each other while playing whatever game we're doing.
Archer and Arrow, that's really what we're going with.
Oh, my bad. I forgot your name is Scarecrow. That was my mistake.
Yeah, see, if I fire it out of your bow, then your wife might have words.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. Alright, today we're playing Marvel Spider-Man on the PS4.
Or more accurately, he's playing Marvel Spider-Man, and I'm just going to mock him relentlessly for it.
That is what you do best.
Mocking relentlessly or mocking you?
Shut up. No, the one thing that I did like about this game is the tutorial was actually actual gameplay and not that weird blue digital thing from the Tobey Maguire movie Spider-Man.
You are far more versed in Spider-Man game spin-offs than I am, man.
Well, I was a big fan of Spider-Man when I was a kid.
Okay, no, I wasn't, but still. Yeah, no tutorial. I do like that. It's a nice trend in games these days. The less tutorial zones and more just teach you how to play as you play.
Exactly. Like go along with this. Go along with the storyline. Like
Here we see Spider-Man. I'm showing off the fact that he arranged his costume in such a way as to show off his abs, seriously, with the way the spiderweb looks on his chest, it looks like he's trying to use the spiderweb design to emphasize his six-pack.
Well, it more looked like an 8-pack. I think he was trying to make it look like a 20-pack.
It's a 36-pack. It's a 6-pack of 6-packs.
And apparently this is Peter's room. Irony that he has a spider hanging out on his window. He has dead plants.
He's a brown thumb.
Yeah.
Original web shooter design. That's pretty cool.
Very nice. Apparently this is no one.
He does not use a coaster. That's going to ruin his furniture eventually.
Apparently, yeah. No money whatsoever, and he only eats energy bars.
I like how his preferred soft drink is literally called Swilco. Like he literally drinks swill.
Okay, if you look carefully at the stuff around, you can see like the ideas he has for his gadgets that you get throughout the game, or like he has reminders to himself that he never remembers.
Fisk Tower. Ugh, it's like across town, man.
And what superhero buys his own apparel? He is wearing Spider-Man boxers.
Actually, my question is,
Ooh.
How long has that Chinese food been there?
Yeah, how long has been since he's washed his clothing?
Yeah, it's like, especially with how many times he goes off into space or weird dimensions, like you gotta wonder what kind of funk is going on in that costume. He's gotta smell like burnt leathery bacon in there.
You know what? I have invented something. It's called the dry cleaner window. You know what that means?
Yeah,
as soon as he goes through that window, he's gonna have a freshly made new suit, and it's gonna be all sparkly. Booyah! What did I tell you? Patent pending.
Man, you're gonna make $1 million off of that, dude.
I know, right?
My question is, why does he look like somebody dipped him in cooking grease?
So criminals can't grab him.
Did he make his new suit out of vinyl?
I don't know. For all of you that don't know or haven't played Spider-Man before, I have completely beat the game. This is actually New Game Plus. This is one of my favorite skins that you can unlock throughout the game. This is Iron Spider Mark IV, and we'll talk about more of that later. One of the interesting features of this game that I like is that when he's swinging around, you can hear, and he's talking to someone, he's exerted. But as you see here, and he's not moving around, he doesn't sound exerted. So they actually put a lot of detail in the game.
That is a very nice touch. People say, how do I make people say, like, what makes a changes a good game to a great game, and it's the little touches,
the little tiny details. Yeah.
Attention to detail, and just a bit of that shows people weren't just making this game to make the game and make some money, but they were doing it because there was some love put in. They wanted to make something great.
Yeah. Also, I tried to show off a lot of the swing features as much as possible while I was playing the game. That's why I did, as you saw, I went for a slingshot swing, and then switched to another style. Is that any building in this game you can swing from. Now that is one thing that I do like versus the old Spider-Man game, is that you don't just randomly swing from random sky things in the sky. Like, oh, I'm just going to randomly go up to the top of the map swinging on nothing.
Yeah, well, my guess is that he was connecting his web strands to passing albatrosses.
Apparently. Man, those poor birds.
Oh yeah, especially the one web strand that that grabbed around the nether regions.
Yeah. That is a very poor haircut. Okay, they stopped shooting and it got quiet. That's normally not a good sign, fellas. And they disappeared like ninjas.
You know, I feel like the police... You know, there's a thought. New York City has been attacked by so many weird things in the Marvel Universe, even outside of Spider-Man. You gotta wonder what the police training seminar is like. In case of ninja, do this. If large monster is sighted, observe its color. It's on the amount of glow. Is it breathing fire?
And is it green?
Like, you gotta wonder what kind of... Like, what are the training seminars here?
I know, right?
How to realistically play dead when knocked over by Bane. Now,
hey,
if you actually
that's DC. This is Marvel. Get it straight.
All right.
I don't care if there was a crossover.
All right. If Rhino just barely misses you, how to pretend like he hit you and play dead?
Just lie down on the ground and stay away from the target.
Do you think they have like safety buzzers? You know?
I don't know.
I vaguely recall one comic, and I wish I could remember which it was, but it was just this little bit focused on the police officers of this city, and they had like a colored flare system for super threats.
Yeah. And everyone knows what a.
Okay, I'm just gonna point this out. Bulletproof vests are not light. They've got the full combat gear thing, and Spider-Man uppercut that guy in the jaw so hard he went flying up his body height. That man should be dead.
Yeah. Another for continuing on the features, a lot of the skins will have, if you notice in the new Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland, how he says his eyes, his senses are all messed up, so he has to adjust his eyes. That's actually somewhat fairly true, but it's nice to know that they incorporate that into the games. So if you notice, his eyes move when he has expressions.
It's a bit nicer than trying to map out the mouth, like complicated facial features and mouth features through the mask, because that would just look weird.
Yeah.
I love how casual he looks doing that. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit for the window.
You stole that from Batman. Of course I did. Didn't you bring my crossover event?
You know, I can't help but feel like Batman would be very annoyed by Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, crashing through all the windows, he's able to pay for them. He only's working off of a minimum wage job selling pictures.
You know, actually, my question is that in some continuity, Spider-Man's webs dissolve after about an hour or so?
Yeah, that's still true.
Yeah.
They're just more, they don't dissolve. He's, after quite some time of experimenting, he's actually been able to make it last longer.
Yeah, well, my question is, for the stuff that doesn't dissolve, or if it doesn't dissolve completely or whatever, how hard is it for the window cleaners of New York City?
Oh, he has spiderweb removal. Patent pending.
Oh, so So it's a racket. He makes the entire. J. Jonah Jameson was right. This Spider-Man is a menace.
Very true. Now another
like right here, we see that dastardly Spider-Man beating up. Well, not right here, but earlier we saw that dastardly Spider-Man beating up private security guards for basically no reason.
And now he's vandalizing the elevator.
Let's look. J. Jonah Jameson is right. This guy needs to be. Somebody needs to put a stop to him. I like the detail of the flashlights coming out of his eyes.
Yeah. No, that's actually his. This is the Iron Spider Mark IV. That's actually coming out of his insignia on his chest. However, his eyes.
So he's a Care Bear.
Yeah, apparently he's a Care Bear. No, the eyes actually light up for night vision. So that's what that's supposed to look like. But as you saw at the beginning of the game, he actually puts a lot. He actually has sensors in the goggles of the mask, so it actually gives him readings. Like he can look up, he can play Tetris while he's fighting crime.
I'm trying to figure out if he's going for a high score or it's literally just something mindless to distract him for a moment.
He's breakdancing. What are you talking about? Do you not see those smooth moves?
Hammer time.
See, look, that was a total windmill right there. Now that he was just trying to act like Cammy from Street Fighters.
I think he's trying to subsidize all of the chiropractors in New York by giving everyone spinal injuries. Dude, that's really how Spider-Man makes his money. He gets payoffs from the physical therapy union.
No. Actually, there's actually a funny joke about that. Is that in the game while he was going to college, he lost so many of his backpacks. He started putting tracers on them so he can find them later. There's actually a side quest to find all of his backpacks and what he's left in there, and there's actually some pretty cool things. The last item you get is actually a Spider-Man plushie. The problem, and he would have gotten bank off of it. Unfortunately, he can't collect the check without giving his real name and address. So he made no money off of those plushies, unfortunately, to keep his secret identity. I mean, if he was smart, I mean, he's friends with the Avengers. I mean, he could have just said, hey, send it to Tony Stark, he'll give me the cash under the table. I mean, come on. I mean, he's like one of the...
It's not like Tony's ever been particularly worried about about money laundering.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's time to look up Kingpin's search history. Let's see what kind of stuff he's been into.
Apparently he gets sexual pleasure from being the main villain of two different superheroes at once. Okay, seriously, have you ever noticed that if Kingpin's fighting Spider-Man, his main two guys are like Scorpion or Rhino and that stuff, but if he's fighting Daredevil, it's Bullseye.
Well, he has to be on the mark.
I mean, true, but it's like, he has an entirely different minion structure based off of which superhero he's going to be teabagging at the time.
Very, very true.
Although that is kind of in character for him. He's got a big corporate enterprise. He can afford a bit of diversity.
Yeah. Now, the one thing I really liked about this game is the gadgets. I like just webbing up all the grunts and just throwing all kinds of different combos together.
It's the fact that you're allowed to be freeform like that speaks to good game design.
Yeah, and I didn't comment on this earlier before. I did show it off if you want to watch the beginning of the video. When swinging through the city, you can actually re-aim yourself and go a different direction. So like even when you're like getting gadgets, time will like slow down so you can pick what gadget you want and use that. But just like in mid-air, you can retarget which way you're going or which way you want to shoot.
Yeah, me letting you be a. Are you Fusro-dying them?
Yes, I just Fusro-da them. No, what's really fun is that when they're actually
Spider-Born, da 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 da.
What's really fun is that if they're actually webbed up already and you use that little concussion blast, it just automatically sticks into the wall.
Okay, that's good detail. Spider-Man, why does it look like you're made out of vinyl? It's supposed to be reflective metal. God, I spent all night spraying this thing down to make it look right, and everybody just says, "Oh, you're wearing vinyl." Look, Spider-Man, you're just in the wrong part of the city. There's some people who think you're totally fashionable with that on. Why are you moving slowly just for that little bit?
I have the power of square button.
The square button is the mightiest button of all.
Exactly. Except when other things fall on it.
Okay, you know what? He let go of the thing for a moment. So I'm amazed those people aren't smashed. I have the relative strength of a spider, just not the relative fragileness of a spider.
Look, all the vandalism. You know, a janitor has to go and clean that up later. You know that, right?
I'm J. Jonah Jameson, and I approve this message. Have you been vandalized by that menace, Spider-Man?
Now, I will admit, for this one brief moment, I got lost for a second. I forgot where I was going.
It is like I appreciate the intent they went for there, but it is very trippy. Let's see. Ha! I'm not like those regular goons. I've got a rocket launcher.
Here's your rocket back.
Why didn't that explode?
It did explode. It pushed him all the way straight back to the other side of the wall.
Yeah, no, he got pushed back. That rocket did not explode though.
Yeah, because it gave him a concussion instead. No, but there another cool little feature is that trying to keep with Spider-Man not being like the bad guy. Being New York City, he's stuck up to the wall now.
Yeah.
But being the good guy, you have a lot of battles on top of skyscrapers. I constantly use the concussion blast to toss grunts off the side of the building. However, for some reason there's this magical little thing that makes them web to the side of the building.
Oh, that's actually Spider-Man's combat spy satellite. It just shoots webbing down from space.
Oh no! Just for some reason, they're actually like falling down, and you see from the back of their body, swing, stuck to the building.
You know, you could say that it's just Spider-Man attaching a thin web to them as they're going off the edge. I like to say, spy satellite.
Let's not forget the spider bots.
Okay, seriously, why isn't Spider-Man just using like swarms of Robotnik-style drones to deal with crime?
My common sense are tingling.
Yeah,
How did they get here before I did?
I'm not like other cops.
Hold up, I like this quote. He says,
Hey, Wilson Fisk is a sexy, sexy man.
yeah, he uses Fisk turtle wax to keep that bald head so shiny.
Oh, Fisk, your head's so shiny. I can't help myself. Also, have you seen how big his hands are?
Yeah, they're like muttons.
Yeah. Now, you know what they say about a man with big hands.
You read too much.
Look, all I'm saying is that in the movie, in Spider-Man, in the Daredevil series on Netflix, Wilson Fisk was very happily married with a very happy wife.
That's because it was Michael Clark Duncan.
I mean, yes. If you were a man who looked like Michael Clark Duncan and apparent...
We cannot talk today, apparently. Michael Clark Duncan.
That guy. Okay, seriously, Spider-Man, you just let him do that.
Yeah, he's like a little fish in an aquarium tank. I mean, how do you not see that coming? Of course he's going to have big turrets.
Turrets. There's no end there.
Shut up. Stop correcting my grammar.
Never. Oh, so here's one. If he's got the those. Okay, so are those still load-bearing columns? Is my question.
Yeah.
There can't be load-bearing columns. They're mostly hollow. Also, we just pulled one out.
Yeah, I know. My question is how did the first turn not break the glass?
I mean...
No, you won't.
That is a man who has not neglected his physical fitness.
Although, to be honest, I felt like I was already fighting the Rhino because he just wanted to charge randomly at me.
You know, I gotta say, like, Spider-Man, he doesn't have... Spider-Man, I think, shares a common feature with Batman in that he just has a million villains and, like, 3/4 of them are just really, really lame.
I mean, what kind of villain is the Shocker?
I have too many snarky comments for that one. I came up when I was younger with
even better. In Ultimate Spider-Man, Grizzly. He is a man in an armored suit in the shape of a teddy bear.
Okay, is that any dumber than Rhino, Scorpion, and Vulture?
Yeah, it's completely more dumber. He literally looks like a big metal teddy bear. I mean, at least they try to make their outfits look terrifying.
Okay, think of the Vulture's original design.
Fair. I'll give you that one.
Spider-Man has some incredibly shitty villains.
And Rhino's been retconned so many times. He's gone from having an armored suit and be a crooked villain to being a mutated monster. And then Scorpion. Actually, you know what? Scorpion's been kind of back and forth. He's been a crook. He's been an experiment. And in Ultimate Spider-Man, he's a ninja, apparently.
Is anybody not a ninja in this continuity?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's an entire universe just where everyone's a ninja in some fashion.
Okay, you know, why wasn't that universe in Spider-Man? What was the Spider-Verse movie?
I know, right?
Yeah, where's Ninja Man, Ninja Spider, Ninja?
It'd be something. There's actually a skin for that. That you are something clan. You get it from one of the DLCs.
Probably Hand Clan, given Marvel, New York, same city as Daredevil, even if.
Idiot! I'm the one who kept order in this city. 1 month. In 1 month, you'll wish you had me back.
The Kingpin is heading to prison. End of an era. I feel like I should celebrate. Maybe take a vacation.